T, Pike, and Steve-O, fooling on the pod. Talking about Bedford, which A-team is a fraud. Making top 10 lists, hella controversy. Don't be playing cheap, tuck in that jersey. Getting new sweatshirts, A-Division dub. Tune in every Tuesday, drop a like and sub. Hey.
I mean, that's a good song. That's a good song.
I love that.
Yeah, you know, we gotta make him make a full 3-minute song.
Have to.
I got it, cause he did that shit in about 20 seconds. But anyway, welcome to T Pike time. Ben, what episode are we on? 34. Wow, 34. Shout out to Steve for giving us about a 3-minute notice that he's not gonna be here. No better host than that. I wouldn't show up either after what the Cowboys did to the Seahawks a couple weeks ago. But anyway, we're here with Ben. Shout out Ben.
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
And Cap.
How we doing?
What's going on, Cap? What are you here for today?
I'm here for the list.
A list. You hear that? A list. Now, what list is this? What are we talking about here?
So, top 20 two-way players.
Top 20 two-way players. So this is not one-way, this is two-way, all right? So, and today you're doing 11 through 20?
11 through 20.
Okay.
Yeah. Controversy in the top 10, so I figured.
Look at that. Yeah, save the top 10. Save the top 10 for Steve to complain.
Yeah.
Nothing like it. Should we get right into it?
Yeah, I mean.
All right, let's get right into it. So top 20 two-way players. Today we're doing 20 through 11, saving the top 10 for potentially next week.
Yeah.
So everybody keep in mind, this is two-way players. So if you're good at, only one thing, only offense, only defense, it's going to be a lot harder for you to get on this list.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get right into it. Number 20.
So, I'll do honorable mention first.
Honorable mention. All right,
I
yeah.
have to put the connection in honorable mention. Derek Hammond.
Derek, all right, yeah. All right, Derek.
Yeah, and then Dave Hamilton. I have another.
Yeah, okay, all right, yeah.
I wasn't sure if he was around. That
Yeah.
guy's a good player.
Yeah, he is a good player, for sure.
So, number 20, I have Joe from Gumby's League.
No, I like Joe. I think he actually could have been a lot higher. I think he's one of those guys underrated, goes under the radar for sure.
Yeah.
On two of those A teams, key player on both.
Yeah.
A lot of times has to step in and rush too. Not really.
Can do it all.
Exactly. Yeah. So for a linebacker position that's weak, right now, based off who's available, he may be at the top of the linebackers.
True. Yeah.
But yeah, I like Joe at number. Ben, are you getting this? Are you okay?
I'll be throwing him in a second.
Okay.
That's other stuff.
Am I quiet at all? Am I good? I can barely hear myself.
I want to check the audio, make sure you're good, but I think you're all right.
Okay, I can just switch with you.
Yeah.
All right, number 19, I have Jamal Woods.
Jamal.
One of the top corners. Of course, I missed him for my DB list.
yeah. You got the shit for it.
Yeah, I know. I got a lot for it, but
Yeah.
it was deserved.
So-
good offensive player.
I think Woods is a guy that I would definitely have in my top 10 personally. I think in terms of DBs, I think he's the second best DB in Bedford behind Adam Wenzel. So that, I think, offensively, I think he's not...
Corner, by the way.
He's a corner, yeah. Offensively, he's not as sound as many of the other guys in the top 10, but I believe that he, in my opinion, he would be a solidified top 10. But no, not to say that it's a bad spot for him, but that's just my personal opinion on him.
I mean, at one point he probably was.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk shit about him.
No, yeah, I hear you.
Just maybe dropping a little bit for me lately.
Yeah.
All around good dude.
Yeah.
Good player. Number 18, I have Jay Burris. So
Jay.
another guy who's a top defender, but I mean, not really. Jay
Now,
doesn't do
so
as
yeah,
much on
if
offense.
we're talking just defense, maybe he's top 10, maybe he's top 5, maybe he's up there, right?
Yeah.
But now this is two ways. See, I'm actually a little higher on Jay's end on the offensive side. I played with him last week, obviously, and then there was a tournament before.
Mm-hmm.
He's not bad by any stretch of the imagination on offense, but he's not a guy you want the ball going to with a game on the line, despite what happened last week.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah,
he's
I forgot about that. He had I think we threw him the ball in overtime or something.
Oh, it was a big, because we got 5 yards on the first play, incomplete on the second, and then we drew up a play off of Cam and to Jay on a post underneath across field.
Yeah.
It's a big throw, big trust, but he made the play, so credit to him.
Yeah. So number 17, I don't think Jay's gonna like this, but I have Gavin just ahead of him. So,
Yeah.
I mean, makes everybody miss.
Yeah.
Pretty decent defender, one of the top offensive.
Yeah.
threats.
Gavin's
Can
better.
play quarterback too.
Yeah. So Gavin is a better two-way player than Jay, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Obviously, if we're taking just the best, Gavin on offense or Jay on defense, maybe you take Jay on defense. But like you said, this is two-way players, so I like that placement for Gavin.
Yeah. 16, I have Booth. So top 3 probably rusher.
Yeah,
top
I would
4
say right
rusher.
about, yeah.
And then, I mean, on offense, he makes a lot of people miss too. He
Yeah.
just like spins like crazy.
He just doesn't get used in the Gumby's offense too much just because with what we got out there. But yeah, I think he's...
Yeah, which maybe I should have probably dropped him a little lower, like towards 20.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
he doesn't play
Yeah.
a talent.
But I mean, you know what he can do, so it's, yeah, for sure.
So, and then 15, I have Franklin, who, again, I have him. I wrote down here top 3 corner. So
Yeah.
I'd have to think about it, but I think
Yeah.
he's that top.
He is.
3, 4
He's a good
corner.
player for sure, and he doesn't. He might not be the most like sound in terms of like being where he's supposed to be at all. He likes to cheat, but he's so fast. He's so fast that he can make up for that ground he misses, and he's a tough one to throw against for sure. For sure.
I think good offensive player.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Andy can make
Yeah.
a lot of people miss.
Yep.
He was very, very
Yep.
fast.
For sure.
All right, and then 14, I have Kevin McDonald. So can throw a little, can catch. I mean, he has good hands. He just doesn't
Yeah.
play a lot of offense.
Yeah.
Doesn't really like. He can make people miss stuff like that too.
Yeah.
But easily the best rusher.
Yeah. The rusher. That's really what gets him on the list is being able to rush for sure.
So if it's like Madden, like he's like a 99 overall.
Exactly.
Rusher,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
No offense, Kevin, 75
Yeah,
overall offensive
sure.
player,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
middle of the pack.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Yeah.
So that would kind of.
And now him being now us saying right now that he is a 99 overall rusher, like if it was a Madden or something. There's not a lot of 99s of anything in Bedford, to be honest. So
No.
to be 99 at something is impressive, regardless of what it is,
Yeah.
for sure.
Because Kevin compared to the next best rusher, let's say it's whatever, Connor, the 90s rusher, Dylan,
Yeah.
whoever.
Yeah,
Like, it is such a big drop off.
it is. It is.
And no offense to any of those guys, but like, he is leaps and bounds better
Yeah.
than so many other. Like,
He brings a lot of what these other guys bring, but he has got the height,
yeah.
so he can take away a side of the field, just from rushing from that side. So
Exactly.
Yep.
And I think that him not rushing is the biggest reason why Nasty Boys haven't won
Oh, yeah.
the championship
Yeah.
in 3
Yeah.
sessions.
sure,
Yeah.
definitely.
So,
Ben, are you up to date up to this point with what we got so far?
I'm going a little fast,
I
but
If we need to slow down, let us know.
I am, we're good.
Okay, all right, perfect.
all right.
So are you on 13 right now?
Yep. So I have 13 next. I have Trey at 13.
Yep.
So maybe I'd want to move him up after what he did to us.
Well,
2 weeks ago.
yeah. So that's not the Trey you always see.
Yeah.
Now that's the first time I've seen him play like that.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know why he all of a sudden decided to come out and play, but that was the first time I seen him. I mean, he was trying. You could see it in his eyes.
Yeah.
He was doing a lot of holding. No, I'm just kidding. But that one time he did. But no, you could see it. He came ready to play that day. I didn't expect it. I'm not gonna lie. So I would agree with you that maybe after that, he's in the top 10. But
Yeah.
it's not always the version of him that you get in Bedford.
Agreed. Yeah. I mean, I played him in North Carolina. He was really good down there.
Yeah.
He was like tired just from playing. So
Yeah, yeah.
That, but probably the best jump ball guy.
Yeah.
And then when he wants to be, he's a very good safety.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So he makes a lot of plays on both sides.
Yeah,
of the ball.
for sure.
So
No doubt.
number 12, I have someone who's one of my favorite players. I have Carter at number
Carter,
12. So,
underrated.
yeah.
Underrated.
So, I mean, I could put him in the top 5 when he's hot. I could put him at 20. Like,
Yeah,
It
yeah.
depends on the like. I love Carter. Like,
I just think he's very underrated,
yeah,
personally.
I mean, best route runner in the building.
Yeah.
Solid on both sides of the ball. Can
Yeah.
play corner, safety.
Yep.
Does what you need him to do. Can snap. Can play outside. Wide
Yep.
receiver. Like,
Yep.
overall, great player, great dude.
Yep.
So
No doubt.
I have Carter at 12.
Yes, sir.
Number 11, I have Dylan from the Natty D's,
Yep.
the rusher. So I said here, second best rusher in Bedford.
Yep.
If I had sat down and thought about it, I'd probably stick with that. But
Yep.
he has wheels on offense. He doesn't play a lot of offense, but he is freaking fast.
Yep.
He flies.
He does.
I don't see him with the ball in his hand, like making people miss a lot. But,
Yeah.
like, he's just
No,
running
not really the
deep
flag
route.
moves. He's more of a, yeah.
Chuck it deep, he'll go.
Yep.
Go get it. So.
Yep, for sure.
That is number 11. So I will save 1 through 10.
1 through 10
for-
coming up next episode.
for next week.
Ben, did any comments come in? We may have not have gotten any, but
Yeah, not a whole lot so far. Just Danny a little bit. I'm sure you want to hear from Danny.
he's at the Celtics game, isn't he?
Yeah, if I make the list, let me know. I'm at the Celtics game. Can't watch right now. And Buck Pike. But then, and then right after that, he says, take out the hat, like.
He didn't even watch it. He knows I got it on.
Not even watching.
So I think.
But he says, gotta go.
So I'm thinking right now off the top, I think the problem that people will have with this list up to this point is Trey outside the top 10 and Woods outside the top 10. I think that's it. Maybe even Jay. They might have an issue with it. But we don't know who's in the top 10 yet. So it's hard to say up to this point, this guy should be in or this guy shouldn't be because we don't know who's in the top 10. So I'm interested to see how this plays out.
Yeah,
Ben, can you post this list in the Bedford page on Facebook?
Yeah, I can do it.
Just say so people can know what.
I can do it after the fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. For sure.
So I'm definitely gonna get shit for Woods and
Yeah.
Trey and I mean maybe even Franklin. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just like, but again, so I'll say like, I don't know if it's quarterback, but there's teams that are that are winning sessions lately and previously that. Like, why are we winning sessions if we don't have players that are
No
in the
doubt.
top 10? You know
No
what I mean?
doubt.
So,
Yep.
people hate on Cam. Like, Cam clearly is a top 20 player.
Yeah,
He's going to
yeah.
be in the top 10, guys.
Well, Steve said
So-
top 25, so we don't know if
That's
he's in the
true,
top
yeah.
20. We'll see if he makes the top 20 according to Cap.
Yeah. So,
But we'll see.
yeah. Like, I mean, it's the same thing that you used to say about
Well, that's
milkmen.
that's what I used to say. I said it can't just be all of us. None of us are good if we weren't winning, but we were there. We were always there. So
Yeah.
that was the argument for it. And I always argued for Justin and Ian. I always thought they were good.
Mm-hmm.
But I always thought Cam never got the respect that he should have. Any A team's number one is probably going to be in the top 10.
Agreed.
Typically.
And it's tough to do some of the Nasty Boys players because a lot of them
No,
only
see
play
that.
one
Yeah,
way.
I agree, and I think a
hard
lot
to-
of them, they might not have it. They could arguably not have any top 5 players. I mean, one could maybe argue no top 10. I'm not arguing that, but they got great everywhere.
Yeah.
Where some of these other teams might be great and then average, right?
Yeah.
So they got great everywhere, and like you said, you got the best quarterback in the building too. That helps. The best roster with the best quarterback, they usually wins.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's hard because we've all played with or against Adam everywhere.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you
yeah.
just see him just at safety, is he a top 10 guy in the building?
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not.
Yeah.
He's a great defender, but if you don't see him play offense, you're like, well, I don't know. He's just some average. Like,
Yeah,
above
yeah,
average
yeah,
dude
yeah.
playing safety, Same thing with Jay. Like Jay, you see him at defense, yes, he's a top defender, but if you don't see him pass the ball a little bit, it's hard to put him
Exactly.
on the list.
And now that defense, when healthy, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Steve-O had said this, but I mean, you're talking an all-time great defense in Bedford. Without me not even knowing, I mean, I don't know whoever you want to put at safety, Jay or Adam, and then Tangway and Adam at corner, Kenny and Kevin in the middle. I mean, I always thought they had the best front two in Bedford. I always thought Kevin and Kenny were the best front two, blitzer, linebacker.
Yep.
And I always thought Natty D's had the best secondary in the back.
The back 3 or 4.
Yeah, Johnny, Adam, and Austin. I always thought they were the toughest to throw against.
Yeah.
But then you got a team like Leapers, right? So you guys have been respected as having usually the best defense in the league, but with not having the best front two or back end, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But you guys are great everywhere. Similar to, and you're just so sound in what you guys do. You guys got a good squad.
I've given Joe some credit, I guess, and then I got to kind of pull him back down a little bit. Garrett, the quarterback for the Leapers, is a very, very, very good rusher.
Dude, he is.
And,
I tell you, you could argue he's the second best rusher. I think I would make that argument because he plays like Kevin. He's not as tall and doesn't have the experience like him, but he plays a lot like Kevin.
Yep.
He's one of those guys. If he rushes, I'd rather not. Right? I'd rather go against Booth or any of these other guys that
That's why we were so good with 6 guys.
Yeah.
Like it was
Exactly.
like us core guys, like Dan playing both ways a little bit, maybe a little less on defense. But like, I mean, having me, Nick, Colin, and Joe at like those.
Yeah. Exactly.
I guess so. Me, Nick, and Colin, I guess, would be the back.
Yeah.
Whatever you call
So
it.
that's a secondary. Yeah. So that's a good. That's definitely an elite.
Yeah.
Back end, and then Colin, or sorry, no, Garrett and Joe. And this is a great front. That's you might be looking at the second best front two, and then maybe the second or third best back end. So it's like those 3 defenses I think separate from the. I don't know. Maybe you could argue that Leapers and Nasty Boys defenses are here. Then you have Natty D's, and then some of these other guys. Maybe Gumby's in the north could be in the same conversation with Woods and Franklin out there on defense. They make it, and Trey obviously, they make it tough.
Yeah.
That's another one of those back ends that just.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just so tough.
That's another top. 3-5.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Back end, like those guys, but
no doubt.
then it's no offense to Brian or whoever rushes Connor, like
Yeah.
you're not Kevin. You know what I mean? Like, you're a good rusher, but I mean that like I don't want to blame Connor for Nasty Boys losing the last 3 championships, but at the same time, Kevin's there.
Yeah.
The different games. I mean, maybe closer. Maybe you never know.
You don't. Yeah, it's tough to say. You wish you could play it out.
Yeah.
And obviously they've been missing Adam a little bit.
Yeah.
True. But yeah. And now when
we
you
will see them again though,
so when you look at it, right, and once you get past the first 4, then you got Dirty Birds, Safety Patrol, Whack Pack. I mean, these are the next tier teams.
Get plucked. Is that
yeah, you could probably even throw them there.
Healthy,
so they're not. So none of those teams are on the level of the 4 above.
No.
So it's tough. Do you put them in the A division or do you put them in the Bs? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I personally think Dirty Birds has earned its right to be in the A's, despite never winning. Not winning. A playoff game. It's tough. It's hard to win. It's hard to win in this, especially at that level.
Yeah.
But I think Safety Patrol has an underrated defense now with being healthy with Red.
Yeah.
And I think Michael's his name. And so they got some guys over there that can play for sure. They're an underrated team. I think they're after the top 4, I think they're the clear 5th.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dirty Birds and Whack Pack. I don't know who's better of those 2.
Yeah. I'll be honest though, like unless people start retiring or people start getting hurt, I don't see a top 4 team not winning the championship.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be Leapers, Gumbies, Natty D's, or Nasty Boys winning the championship for the next 10 years.
You can even throw the North in there now with them, with no Nasty Boys for sure.
Yeah, with no Nasty Boys, I can see the North winning this session. Yeah. That's definitely a possibility.
Yeah. No doubt. Yeah. I don't really know what's going on Mondays. I don't know who's the top dogs over there, but I think
Mambas. Right?
I think it remains less top talent over there. I know Steve will agree, or disagree. Sorry, he'll disagree for whatever reason, but I think he knows it's true. I think he knows it's. We're top heavy over here on Wednesdays for sure with A division talent.
Yeah.
Nothing, Ben? Nothing interesting over there?
Yeah, a couple comments on people wonder why the camera's green.
Oh.
It's probably used to the field the past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Someone screwed up the cord reporting it, but Pat says any defense with Woods on it is going to be tough.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah,
no doubt. Yeah, for sure.
And he's one of the guys that like Vance, Deuce, like play everywhere. And
so you may
very,
not
very
see the best of them here, where they might not be. You know what I mean? So they might not, put it all out there here. But if
Woods can like put a hand on somebody, like no one's getting off the line.
Yeah.
Press corner, he's probably the best in the area.
Adam says Mambas and 2 Nasty and Whack Pack top 3.
Yeah, I mean, so 2 of those teams are
like
B1s here. If that. Mambas, it would be interesting to see them on Wednesday, but I don't think they.
And it's tough too because obviously I think they have Trey or maybe even Franklin too. Then he played with the North, so it's like it's tough to say. I think if Mambas came over, they would be an A team. I think them would bump out maybe Safety Patrol or Dirty Birds, one of those 2.
Agreed.
For sure.
I mean, that would be a fun A division with 6 teams. So, like Safety Patrol, Mambas, Natty D's, Leapers, Gumbies.
Yep.
The North? I missed one? Whatever.
Yeah.
The top 4 and then the North. Oh, so the top 4 and then the North and Mambas.
I really do wish that we were able to get. We're able to get, hopefully in the future, a best of Bedford with all these teams, right? Yeah. Rage, Yo Mamas, all these teams that haven't been here in a while. I hope we can get them in something. It's just so tough. Natty D's, Gumbies, and Leapers. Those are 3 teams that they're not really present at these things. Yeah. Steve always brings it up. He always brings it up.
No, he's not wrong. Yeah. I don't want.
He always brings it up to me as if I got if I'm like the decider. I'm like, bro, listen, I'm in.
Yeah, man. Like, I want to play and stuff like that too. But I'll text them and Garrett's having a kid. In a month. Colin just got married, so they're. They love flag football. They try very hard there. You can't. They won't tell you differently. Yeah. But at the same time, they have bigger things going on right now. But
sure. But
I love those guys, but they always
who doesn't like
I don't
flag?
want to say he doesn't have an excuse.
It's Cam Loring.
Really?
He doesn't like it. Really? Doesn't really enjoy it that much. He'll try when he's out there. Yeah. And you can also see with him when he really starts to try. He doesn't always try as hard as he can too, which is funny. But you see when he kicks into his second gear, which is weird because I'm like, Steve-O will be like, yo, let's go. Let's make a team or something. And he'll be like, eh. It's like, bro, what?
I'll be honest. I've been kind of feeling that way too lately. I haven't been loving flag, but when we play Nasty Boys in the championship or exactly. Those games bring it right back.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Shit, now I want to play flag every second.
No, I know.
I'm texting
exactly.
Steve. I'm like, what are we doing this weekend?
I'd rather play, Steve-O every week, right, than play, a C team, 2 C teams. 2 B teams and maybe 2 A teams, right? So
agreed. Yeah,
it is what it is.
They love to give the Leapers crap for it, but I've never, other than the Gumbies the week after Mud Bowl. Yeah, that's the only time I've ever requested a team.
I can't believe we fucking had that championship
of course we had
after
the championship
that. Bullshit.
The week after, which sucked. But
wait, did we win that one? Oh no, we got killed, right? Oh wait.
Yeah, so we won after Maine. Yeah. After Maine, we came back. Remember we had the short leaper game? Yeah. You guys won that.
Oh wait. So that was also after Maine?
That was right after Maine.
Oh, and then
after Conway, we got killed by.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right. That makes more sense now. Yeah. That's funny.
That's why we had the short game was because.
Yeah. Ben, you got to get in here.
Yeah, Adams is merging with Leapers is hella boring right now.
Can't beat them, join them, right? That's what they say. No, I'm just kidding. But that team, your team right now, it would be the favorite, in my opinion, to win. Actually, well, no, wait, because Nick throws, right? Yeah. So now, I don't know. I haven't seen him enough to make a judgment.
And Adam and Jay aren't going to be there for playoffs.
True. But, that defense is scary with Colin, Jay, Adam.
Oh, it's insane.
Yeah, you are one of the 5, right? And whoever, So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, but
I tell you, you can't attack Colin. Say that. So you got to go with the other 3.
Yeah. It's the first time I've requested somebody to play. This week I requested Natty D's in the North, just because. Nothing against them. I just wanted to play some A teams before the session ended.
Yeah, exactly. So it's good to get that competition going into the into the playoffs for sure. I think you benefit a lot more.
And Jay and Adam were getting pissed at me because somehow he played C teams the whole session. It's like, why are we playing Tacky Bar? No offense. Oh, no offense, Ben. No offense, Tacky Bar.
How's Tacky Bar doing? What's going on with that squad, Ben? How are you guys doing?
I don't know. We're probably 2-2 right now.
Nah, 2-2. That's not bad. It's 500.
Yeah. We had almost a really good comeback last week.
There you go.
Against. You played the Leapers. Yeah. You played us. Yeah.
Oh yeah. There you go.
It was actually.
We were down pretty big. We came back.
There you go. On a trash talk.
They actually did almost beat us.
At 10 o'clock game. There you go.
It ended up being a 4-point game or something like that. It was crazy.
Don't always get the W, but a lot of heart there.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
A lot of fight.
Let's go. Good work.
I like
So we a lot of talk about Gumby's Leapers, who's better, right? Yeah. So let's break it down right now. Gumby's Leapers. Let's go position by position. Who's better where, right? So you got the center. You got Max and Dan, right? Yeah. I think they're close. I do think Max is better, though. I think I give the edge there.
Agree. Max.
Quarterback with Nick, obviously, it may be in our favor, but with Garrett, it could, again, it's another close one. The edge, whoever you take there is whoever you take. But the receivers now this is where it gets tricky because you got you for both. Oh, wait, no. So are we comparing?
So let's say Leapers, like what we did.
Okay. So Leapers would have you, Colin, and who would the other one be? Scarelli?
I think it was Scarelli.
Scarelli, okay. So versus Dana, Joe, and Cam. Yeah. So now it's tough, right? Who do you take there? Maybe you guys get a slight edge. Again, it's another close one. It really is close, in my opinion, sizing up by position. And then when you move to defense, you got who rushed for you guys?
I'm not sure.
I don't even remember. I think it was like a mix.
I wish it was Scarelli, but
he had a rough one last time for sure. But he's a good player.
I mean, if Garrett rushes, I give the edge to Leapers.
Yeah, I agree.
So we'd have probably Dan in the middle.
Yeah.
And you guys would have Joe in the middle.
Yep.
Or no, did we have Joe? Or did
so we had Joe, but I think Joe played middle.
Yep.
And I think so. I would give the middle to us there.
Yep.
And then I think
you guys had Dana and Max at corner.
Dana and Max at corner. So you guys get the corner because I think you and Scarelli are better overall than them two. And then safety.
Nick play?
Nick didn't play. He was hurt or he didn't go. So that's where the thing comes in for next time, right?
Okay.
But then you got two legit safeties. Obviously, Colin, he has that speed. I think that Cam doesn't have. Give the edge to him there for sure. But and then that's where it is. And I actually thought going into that game, Gummies was going to win the game we played last, right? Especially on a short game, because I knew we would benefit from the short game. But obviously with the championship being next, I just think that the duo of me and Cam puts Gumby's a little bit ahead of Leapers. Just in my opinion. I don't know. I haven't watched in a while, but I just feel like Colin should get the ball more. From what I just think.
I mean, when the game is close, when he needs a first down or down, it's gonna go to Colin.
Yeah, he's a short.
It's the same. I mean, I feel like he mixes it around a little bit more down the field, and then when it's crunch time, the ball's probably going to Colin. I
just think that the impact of Cam, it could be because of me and how I like to throw to him, but when we played Nasty Boys in the championship, wherever I put Cam, whatever side he was on, Kevin went to that side and rushed. So I could move him, or I could open up one side of the field with moving him over there or wherever, whether he's single or double. He always moved to his side because he knows that's where the ball's trying to go. Yeah. So every play, he's impacting the play every play without getting the ball or not, right? So that helped. And then a lot of times I'll run Cam on a stop, you out under him and up, right? And they like to both sit on Cam because they know that's where the ball's going. So he opens up a lot of things. A lot of things work because of him. Like when we played the North last week, he ran that deep post and you were wide open.
Yep.
Cam running that out pulled up Franklin and Trey, right? So a lot of those things, you don't get credit for those things just because they all happen fast, but that's the impact that he has. And it might be,
I imagine Colin probably has a similar impact.
I mean, for sure.
Like people don't make fun of Garrett and Colin for
I know.
that, but I don't know if it's like as high a percentage, but I feel like it's pretty pretty close when they do shit like that.
Kevin says I only lined up on Cam's side so I could talk shit to him.
There you go. Yeah, it is.
That didn't seem to work.
Cam is actually one.
Tell Tyler the camera is all effed up.
Well, bro,
I'm like, dude,
what does he got? Want me to go get my tools and fix it? You know I can't fix that shit. This is all Steve's fault. Just so that everybody's clear. This is everything that's happening right now. It's not going well. It's Steve's fault. Yeah. I can already see how this is gonna go. This shit's gonna get no views. Next week,
how dare you?
Next week on the first thing he's gonna be like, guess how many views this show got, and it's gonna be like under 100. He's gonna be like, guess how many mine guys? He's gonna go 500. I can see it coming already. That's why.
Like this is the second lowest.
Your last one. Yeah. He's gonna be like, oh, you did something good. You beat your record for lowest rated show. That's what he's gonna say some shit like that. I can see it coming already. I'm prepared for it.
That's fine. I mean, not knowing that you're hosting.
Yeah,
until 2 minutes
shout
before.
out with the 3-minute notice.
You didn't even look at your text until I walked in.
No, I know. I was like, Cap walks in and he's like, Steve's not gonna be here. I'm like, what? He's like, Steve's not gonna be here. I thought he was joking. I thought it was a joke the whole time. I didn't know what was going on.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Oh.
But thanks, Steve. Thanks
and
for.
Word
thanks for
has
coming.
it that Ben. Yeah.
I would have done the show remotely.
Ben, he reached out to Ben at like 3 and said he's not going to be there.
You're putting Ben
so
on.
Ben was prepared. Why does he need to be prepared? He doesn't need to be prepared. All he has to do is show up and set up. I actually got to bring the content here. So if it's a low-rated show, it's his fault.
If it's a high-rated show,
it's not his fault. It's credit to me, but we'll see what happens. This does not count as my revenge episode for views because I got to get that. I got to know. Oh, when Steve-O's in Florida, Ben, write this down. We're going to have the highest rated show of all time. Write this shit down.
Calling up the whole Pike family to watch.
Oh, your dad's gonna be in the comments. we'll get this cracking.
Okay, we'll have more notice next time. I think what we should use as a promotion for the show is you're gonna actually take your hat off. We're gonna have the highest rated show ever.
That's true. That's a good point.
Oh, that's funny.
You had your hat off in the mud, right? Like you didn't wear a hat in the mud.
Yeah, I actually should have. That might have been a move. We might have won if I had done that. We'll see what happens though.
Kevin McDonald says this reminds me of the desktop filter on an iMac people use as a MySpace profile picture.
Again, this is Steve's fault because he does do the transportation. Does Steve do the transporting of the equipment? Setting because when he did. Well, I'm blaming Steve regardless. So
he's handed off responsibilities to a couple people. I'm not sure exactly who, but I do believe that the names.
It's like a green tint to everything. It'd be funny if we did this on purpose because it's the Gumby show.
Let me see. Oh,
literally everything's all green.
Oh, that's so weird.
I know, Kevin. This mic isn't working either, so one of the mics dying out.
So this is all Steve's fault. Let's keep this in mind because if he had,
if Steve were here right now, he'd be blaming Isaac because this is all Isaac.
Yeah, true. Yep, exactly.
I don't know what's going on.
Thank God I can try this week. Yes, Adam, we're playing a good team this week finally.
Oh, you can try this week? Is that what you said? No, that's a good one.
Try this week, which is kind of true. I mean.
No, yeah, I get it.
I mean, everyone says it like.
So let's see. So you're playing the North with Leapers.
Yeah.
And Nick's throwing.
Yep.
Okay. So I think the North is favorited, in my opinion, in the spread. You may disagree.
No, I'd agree.
You'd agree. Okay. I'm gonna go. Call.
Yeah, so it's gonna be.
I'm gonna go. I don't want to go too big with the spread. I'm gonna go 7.5. I'll set North favorites at 7.5. And then we got Gumbies and Natty D's, right?
Yeah.
No Joe. I'm going to assume they're fully healthy. I think they were last week when I saw them. I saw Austin playing. So I'm going to assume they're going to be fully healthy. I may go... I think we'll be dogs. I think we'll be underdogs, despite beating them by 21-0 last time.
Yeah, and then you never give any to the defense credit.
No, she had no.
You came in the next week and you're like, man, I can't believe how good the offense has been doing lately.
No, the defense actually that was the best defensive game I've seen this team play ever. To shut them out like that was impressive.
Yeah.
Offense was not great that game. We scored 3 touchdowns. Yeah. We got all extra points, so credit there. But we scored when we need. We're gonna need to score more than 21 when we play them. That's for sure.
Agreed. Yeah.
I think a 6.5 point spread again, maybe even 7.5.
I think we're probably the favorites.
Oh, the favorites. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, Avin Joe is going to be tough, defensively. But you look him on offense.
I do.
I'd say, I mean, it's going to be a 1-score game. I mean, I think it'll be whatever 20, 22, 20. I don't know, whatever. 22,
I always do feel bad. I always do feel bad. I was telling Cam the other day for you and Dana. I always felt like in Don's offense, you and Dana were the feature pieces. Like you guys got the ball the most.
Yeah, I was the number. That's so. People have asked me which one I like better, Leapers or Gumbies.
Yeah.
When Don was on the team.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say I like Leapers more now that you're on the team, but like I was the number 1 wide receiver for the Gumbies.
Yeah.
Like when the game was on the line, it was gonna be a stop go stop. It was gonna be a fake whip. You know. Don had his set plays that he ran, and they most of the time ran through me.
Yeah, so
going from the number 1 receiver to, I don't even know what you want to call me.
It's tough.
It was fun. It was fun in the championship. No, I love Nick, but when he wasn't there, that was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Because I ended up being your second guy, maybe, just because of how things went out. But
and it's tough. The way I run the offense is I go through people. So I try to get the ball to people. I'll like pick out a play, drop a play for someone, right? Yeah. So and a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people are like, all right, everybody do this, and I'll hit whoever's open. That's just not the way it is for me. I just think a lot of times when you look at some of the great teams, like they're best when their best player has the ball. And I don't. Yeah. I mean, there's benefits to both, right? Yeah. Obviously, you want to. I don't know. I don't really know. How does?
No, it's like that in every sport, though.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
exactly.
You think of like the Chicago Bulls, like it's Michael Jordan's getting the ball every. Single, you know what I mean? But then like there's Stephen Kerr hits like a game-winning shot or something like that. Who I guess you can maybe say it's me or whoever.
Yeah, sure.
Like someone else that's getting like the game-winning play. But
I mean, when we played Nasty Boys the first time, right? And the first time we beat them in the championship. Yeah. You had the out and up that sealed the game, right?
Yeah.
And that was.
Yeah, I mean that made it like a 3-score game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it was. Yeah.
But then they did the same thing to us next session.
Yeah, exactly.
So beat us by 30. We beat them by 20 or whatever. Session before, but. Yeah, I mean, I have fun on the Gumby still.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't worry about it. Like, I just play a little bit more defense than offense.
Sometimes in mud it can be tough. Sometimes I feel the sideline. I can feel it. You know who's vocal is Jake. Jake. He'll let you know. Like I've heard him multiple times. You know.
Yeah. Well, that was his first Mud Bowl with you. You know what I mean? So like he thinks like with Don it was same thing as indoor with Gumbies. It was me.
And Max can be the same way too. They'll let you know if they think don't throw to him every time, right? They'll just tell you.
Yeah.
So it's good to have that though, because that's us. That's this this huddle. Yeah. So it's good to have that for sure.
Agreed.
Yeah. All right, Ben, are you good to wrap up here? Any last comments here?
JT says, when is Tambo gonna have me on?
JT.
Tambo, we're here.
Who's JT?
Yeah, I didn't want to ask, but I'm glad you did.
Buchanan? JT Buchanan?
I don't know.
No, it's all good though. Yeah.
We got a lot of fans.
I mean, shout out for watching, right? Shout out for watching.
Thanks, JT. I appreciate you.
I'll have Steve reach out. I don't even know if I'm in charge of guests still. I don't even know.
I don't know.
I kind of forgot. Someone brought it up today. Like, oh, you bringing a guest on? I was like, oh. I kind of forgot that I was fucking in charge of that, but I don't know. We'll see.
I mean, Steve booked me, but I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know who's in charge. I don't know. I'm confused. Again, this is just poor.
I don't remember who asked me to do the list or who.
I think I did. I think I asked that. This is just poor. I mean, this thing needs to be torn down from the top down, right? Starting with Steve.
You're just an ideas man.
Exactly.
You don't book people.
Sure.
That's not part of your job description.
Equipment's in there too.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah.
I mean, what the hell, dude? What the hell? I don't know.
Yeah. But
all right, yeah. David has a big volleyball game starting very soon in Concord, so you got to leave.
Yes, sir.
About right now. Ben, are you ready to sign off here?
We're ready to sign off.
Yeah. Ready to sign off.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for having me again.
Bro.
It's always fun.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah. Thanks, Ben.
Ben, good work. This would not work without you, buddy.
Any shout-outs? Cam Loring? Well, anyone else? Tacky Bar?
Sure, yeah. Tacky Bar.
Kev.
Yeah, for sure. Sorry, Ben.
T, Pike, and Steve-O, fooling on the pod, talking about Bedford, which A-team is a fraud, making top 10 lists, hella controversy, don't be playing cheap, tuck in that jersey, getting new sweatshirts, A-Division dub, tune in every Tuesday, drop a like and sub, ayy.